worth more than $1 million from his bank account to one controlled by Weah. From the Suncity News Center, I'm Kadine Crooks.
The police in St. Catherine are encouraging women and girls who have been victims of rape to come forward. The appeal comes as the police say they have charged a taxi operator for raping two 14-year-old girls on separate occasions. Charged with rape and having sexual intercourse with a person under 16 years is Kevon Chisholm, otherwise called Cargo, of Young Street in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The police reported that between May and June 2022, Chisholm met the girls separately on different occasions and took them to a house on Welch Avenue in Garden Pen in the parish, where he, along with friends, took turns and raped them. A report was made to the police and Chisholm was subsequently arrested. He was charged after being pointed out by the teens during an identification parade. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is reminding members of the public that sex crimes are serious offenses and that the police will leave no stone unturned in bringing perpetrators to justice. Former Education Minister Ruel Reid, President Fred Spinock, and their co-accused in the CMU Education Ministry corruption case are to return to court on October 3. The mentioned date was set Friday morning when the 5 accused appeared in the St. Andrew Parish Court. The other 3 accused in the case are Mr. Reid's wife Sharon, their daughter Sharelle, and councillor of the Brownstown Division Kim Brown Lawrence. They were charged in connection with a fraud and a corruption probe into transactions at the Caribbean Maritime University. Before we take this break, it's time for Suncity Street Beat. The Suncity Street Beat is a feature that allows the people of St. Catherine to voice their views while keeping the Suncity team on the pulse of news. We went into some St. Catherine communities to let the residents voice their views on the respect between police and citizen. And here's what the residents had to say.
Some policemen, them are very nice and very cautious, but you have some of them who are really wrong door, gangster thing them are deal with. They say, hey boy, come here. Me a big man. When you come look for a big man, respect how much pitney you come call me boy. I mean a boy. Me could have be your father.
Yeah man, me believe that man. Me believe police have respect to people, but how some people deal with police. Because some people believe like the police not have no right to question them or just stop them, whether they walk or they drive or whatever. And me not deal with that. You feel respect the law.
In terms of, it all depends on the attitude the police approaches citizens with. That's when they get disrespect. And it goes the other way on the opposite side as well. When citizens approach police in a certain manner, that's where the respect comes in.
I think there is a respect between police and citizen, because if the citizen show the police respect and the police show the citizen respect, then yeah, it go both ways, respect go both ways.
Alright, honestly, I'm not on par with police officers because they use their authority as a way to, like, as a sense, disrespect most of the citizens and try to take advantage of them, which me honestly don't like, so me don't like police none at all.
You're listening to the evening news right here on Suncity 104.9 FM. The time is now 5:09 p.m. Continuing the stories with news in the region. Prime Minister Mia Mottley has announced a raft of measures to help Barbadians cope with the high cost of living. These include the value-added tax is reduced from 17.5 to 7.5% for the electrical charge on the first 250 kilowatt per hour of residential bills. The basket of essential food items will be expanded. These items will not attract the value-added tax. Consumers will benefit from price reductions on 45 essential items from July 21 to January 31, 2023. In international news, a mudslide smashed into a rural elementary school in the mountains south of Medellin, Colombia, on Thursday, killing 3 young children after heavy rains washed over Colombia's north and west. Reports are that 20 children were at recess in the cafeteria of La Ligue School when the slide hit. Most of them escaped unharmed, but 3 under age 6 died and 2 youngsters who had to be dug out of the building were hospitalized. Reports are that water-saturated soil broke loose near the top of the mountain on which the school stands, in an area near to the town of Andes. Another landslide on the outskirts of Medellin also killed 2 people. You're listening to the evening news on Suncity 104.9 FM. We'll have sports right after this. News and sports. Jamaica have qualified for their first final at these World Olympics Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Running in Heat 2 of the 4x400 meter mixed relays, the Jamaican team of Damish Gay, Renish McGregor, Karame Bartley, and Tiffany James clocked 3 minutes 13.95 seconds to secure the third and final automatic qualifying spot. The heat was won by Dominican Republic, and in second place, there was Ireland. In business news, Pricesmart, the operator of 50 wholesale clubs in the Caribbean and Latin America, says its membership base is at an all-time high, with over 1.75 million accounts in its third quarter. Here's Jada Francis with the details.
The new record comes on the heels of the April 2022 inauguration of Pricesmart's Portmore Club in St. Catherine, Jamaica, the company's second on the island. Pricesmart announced that its net merchandise sales increased 12.8% year-on-year to over $1 billion in the third quarter ending May 2022 of its fiscal year. According to Pricesmart CEO Sherry Barambegu, in a Loop News article, sales performance rose even after accounting for a 2.2% negative currency effect. Similar net merchandise sales for the 47 warehouse clubs open for more than 12 calendar months climbed 12.8% for the 13-week period ending May 29, 2022 compared to the preceding year's comparable period. Foreign currency exchange rate variations reduced comparable net item sales by $18.6 million or 2.2% compared to the same time last year. Total sales for the third quarter of fiscal year 2022 climbed 15.1% to $1.03 billion, up from $895.3 million in the same time the previous year. Pricesmart, like many other businesses, has been impacted by global supply chain disruptions and rapid fluctuations in consumer demand, according to Barambegu. Despite planned inventory investments to stay in stock and capture larger levels of sales, the CEO stated that supply chain difficulties had disturbed the flow of goods. She also mentioned that inflation has changed consumer behavior by moving demand away from discretionary products and towards more necessary items. As a result, she stated they have had surplus inventory mainly in the area of hardlines, which are non-personal products such as sporting equipment, appliances, or electronics. According to the CEO, hardlines and other non-food categories have a larger concentration of imported products, which tend to correspond with discretionary expenditure. As a result of the higher than usual markdowns, Pricesmart claimed it had taken significant measures to fast sell through surplus inventory and quickly rebalance its inventory mix. Pricesmart anticipates to experience some margin erosions in the fourth quarter, but far less than in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Barambegu stated that Pricesmart is committed to its growth growth strategy, which includes expanding its worldwide real estate presence, boosting the value of membership, and generating incremental sales through Pricesmart.com, and the development of new technological capabilities. Pricesmart is also expanding in the region and has purchased land to open its third warehouse club in El Salvador. The company had 50 warehouse clubs in operation as of May 31, 2022, compared to 47 clubs in operation as of May 31, 2021. For the Suncity News Center, I'm Jada Francis.
In foreign exchange trading news for Friday, July 15, 2022, the day's foreign exchange trading ended with $1 retailing for $152.61. The Canadian closed the trading day at $117.26, while the pound sterling retails at $180.45. Before we end this newscast, here's a look at some of the stories. More than 20 people detained in Portmore operation. Jamaicans are charged for defrauding program for homeless U.S. veterans. Spanish Town taxi operator charged with rape of two 14-year-old girls. Reed and co-accused to return to court on October 3rd. Barbados Prime Minister announces measures to ease a high cost of living. Mudslide sweeps over Columbia School, killing 3 children. And Jamaica qualifies after mixed 4x400 meter burn-up. That's it for the news update from the Suncity News Center here on 104.9 FM. Join us again on Monday at 7 a.m. for more news on this station. Please remember to follow us on all our socials. For Instagram and Twitter, look for us at Suncity104.9 FM and Facebook at Suncity Radio 104.9 FM.
Sunshine Snacks Peanuts wants to make this summer a summer you'll never forget. So power up and give yourself a chance to win 2 VIP tickets to Reggae Sumfest. So